Hello, and welcome to the second part of the series Factorio Concepts. In this series, I'm going over some concepts which you can use to improve your factory. In this part, it's all about the furnaces. So, to start off, let's have a look at the three different types. First, the stone furnace, the steel furnace, and the electric furnace. The electric furnace stands out the most because it's bigger, has a 3x3 footprint, not just a 2x2 like the other ones. Also, the electric furnace uses electricity to be powered, while the steel and the stone furnace need any burnable material, which includes wood, coal, let's have a look, as well as solid fuel, rocket fuel, and nuclear fuel. Yes. So those are the main difference. As then there's another one which about the crafting speed. Yes, the stone furnace has a crafting speed of 1, which is the basis. Then the steel furnace and the electric furnace have a crafting speed of 2, which means they will smelt double at double the speed than the stone furnace. So when we have a little look at the recipes, we can see that an iron plate will be crafted from iron ore in 3.2 seconds. If we do some math, we can figure out that to empty a belt, a yellow belt, which can transport 15 items per second, we will need 48 stone furnaces or 24 steel furnaces, as well as electric furnaces. But most of the time we stick with the 48 because if we upgrade from stone furnaces to steel furnaces, we can also upgrade from yellow to red belts, which also can transport double the amounts of items. So if we have a layout like this one, which will consume one full yellow belt inbound of ore, then we can just simply upgrade it with from stone furnaces to steel furnaces and from yellow belts to red belts. This will ensure by doing always double the amount, we can be sure that the ratios will still work perfectly. And just like this, we upgraded the production from 15 items per second to 30 items per second. Of course, we have to improve the splitters as well. So let's talk about the different recipes that can be the different things that can be smelted. So of course there are the iron and copper plate. Then we have the steel plate, which has one quirk about it, which just about everybody knows. One furnace produces enough iron plates to for another stone furnace producing steel plates. So the ratio for stone furnaces producing iron and stone furnaces consuming iron for steel plates is 1:1, because if we have a look, we need 5 iron plates, which take in total 16 seconds to craft, and 16 seconds is also the time needed to craft 1 steel plate, so it matches perfectly. Next we have stone bricks, which need 2 stones, so it's a 2:1 ratio, not a 1:1 ratio like with the iron plates. So if you have a setup like this, just cut half of the furnace array off, and you have an array which will produce the stone bricks. Yes. So this will consume one full belt of stone and will output one half a belt of stone bricks. That's already just about all the things you have to smelt, but those are basically, if we have a look at the iron plates, copper plates, and steel plates, we know that these will be the key ingredients for just about all the recipes. Those are the basis for everything else, so we will need to have quite large furnace arrays to supply the entire factory with the amounts of resources needed. What I want to say with that is, if you can reduce the space of your smelting arrays, you will definitely reduce the space for the entire factory quite a bit. So let's talk about the inputs and outputs. As we already know, a stone or steel furnace needs two different items inbound and produces one item outbound. So there are two ways to accomplish the two item input. You can, of course, have two different belts, one for coal and the other one for the ore. Or, which is, in my opinion, the better approach, just put them both on one belt, and one inserter will put all the items the furnace needs and inserts it, yes. This means that your amount you can transport on one belt is halved, because you're only using one lane, not both. The electric furnace has quite an advantage when it comes to this, because it only needs one input, because it doesn't need any coal or something else to be powered. Just have one input, one output, and you can have a very long array of those electric furnaces, and they will produce you will be able to have full belts inbound. Another key advantage of the electric furnace is the ability to be affected by the modules. You can put two modules inside a electric furnace, and of course you can influence the speed by some beacons. This is the main advantage, because beacons make your furnaces that much faster. So if you're looking for space efficiency, you don't get around your electric furnaces, because the buffs from just enough beacons are just too great. Okay, then another thing, we have already noticed that the electric furnace has the same footprint as a assembling machine. So when it comes to inputs and outputs and the concepts around that, you can use everything you already know about it from your assembling lines to apply it to this kind of setup as well. Yes, I think that's... No, one more thing I want to say. Often we have these kinds of setups where we have one coal line going like this next to your furnace arrays, but we should notice that one yellow belt of coal can only supply 666 furnaces with coal. This sounds quite much, but when you think about it and build very big furnace arrays, you should keep that in mind so you don't accidentally undersupply your furnaces with coal, because that's just too stupid and it's so easy to fix. So keep in mind to supply your furnace arrays with enough coal and you will be good to go. Any designs I won't show here. I thought about creating a different series with the designs, so let's see if that happens. If you're interested, just tell me. These concepts are for you, so you can improve your own designs. So this is the end of the video, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.